Welcome back to Utopia, everybody. It's Mega Remaster 1, and guess what? I'm back for more Animal Crossing City Folk. Last time, well, it's debatable what we did last time. Technically, last time we visited this place, we were doing an update video, but the last official meeting here was whenever I covered New Year's Eve for 2015. Yeah, as you can tell, it's been a while, but we're here to cover Festivale today, which is one of the final two major holidays that I didn't cover in my original, holiday specials that I was kind of doing back in 2014. So we'll have this, and then we'll have Bunny Day coming out. Now, I have to admit something. This is my second attempt recording this. I did post a status on Twitter saying that I wasn't, not only was I not really happy with my recording, but I also kind of lost the footage. But at the very least, I was kind of fumbling through that commentary anyway, and this just gives me another chance to really get my thoughts in place and be able to explain my thoughts more clearly. So we're going to be structuring things a little bit different, but first, before we can explain how we're going to do things, we should actually learn what the holiday is and go talk to our, well, not exactly spirit of the holiday, czar of the holiday. I guess that would be Jack for Halloween. Okay, our special villager for the holiday. We're going to meet Pave. Can it be? Are you giving Pave his candy? Oh, he's still focused on what I have. Candy, candy, candy! Is it finally time? Sorry, but Pave needs the green kind that will restore balance to his rhythm. Pave is as sorry as Pave can be. Alright, I'm going to have to explain what he does, because he's not saying what he did whenever I first met him. Essentially, Pave is here to dance and celebrate, and just be happy on Festivale, which is the Animal Crossing equivalent of Mardi Gras. What he will do is he will ask you for candy. Ignore these are my bells. He will ask you for candy, and you essentially trade him candy for furniture items. How do you get candy? Well, you can either save some from Halloween. I don't really recommend you do this because, well, it kind of means you're holding on to it for months. If you think it'll help, or if you don't mind wasting the inventory space, go for it. But it's not difficult to earn candy on Festivale, it's just time consuming. But this is essentially what we're doing. Pave is a dancing fool, and he will only stop if we give him candy. He'll be satisfied, and then he'll give us a furniture item. How do we get candy? Well, plenty of villagers are outside talking today. Let's talk to Fang, one of my personal favorites, and to this day, he's still one of my original villagers who was in the town when I first moved in, and he has not moved out. So Fang's kind of got a special place in my heart. Little guy, game time. You up for a little friendly competition, Sonny? Yes, you'll play games with the villagers, and the villagers will award you with candy if you complete them correctly. There's 5 games that you can play, and I will try to show them all off. It's basically rock, paper, scissors. Okay, this is the first one, but with a twist. You don't use your hands, you just shout them out. Just shout out your move. Crazy, right? If you can beat me, I'll give you a piece of Festivale candy. We'll play 2 rounds. Of course, if you lose, I help myself to a piece of your candy. And then if you do not have candy, they will take, I want to say either bells or an inventory item. So, are you ready? Can you handle a few rounds of rock, paper, scissors with me, Sonny? You bet. Nice. Fresh prey for my rock, paper, scissors hunting trip. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. I'm feeling scissors. Paper. Nice. Yeah, I don't actually know what the odds are for you winning these. I want to say it's stacked a little in your favor, but I don't know how the RNG works. Scissors, piece, paper. Lousy paper. Okay, first round goes to you, pal. I guess I've got to stop holding back on you, or I'll be in trouble. Okay, brace yourself. Here we go again. 1, 2, 3. I'm feeling rock. Scissors. Alright, so I beat him twice. Rock beats scissors. Stupid scissors. And that's the game. Nice work, pal. You're a worthy competitor. Fair's fair. Now, here's that yellow candy I promised, Sonny. Yeah, some of these mini-games will actually... Some of them you get to pick what candy you get, and then others it's randomized. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? We should do this again sometime, Sonny. Alright. So that's basically what you're doing. You're going to be going around talking to your villagers who are outside. Unfortunately, the ones who are indoors will not give you candy. And you're just going to want to get a lot because Pave, every time you exchange candy to Pave, Pave will change what preference he has. So it's good to have a lot of each type and stockpile it, but it could be kind of annoying whenever you don't get the candy you want. So let's find somebody else. I do have to mention, you have seen a couple of the other villagers. Some of them have changed since we last met. Like, I'm pretty sure Punchy is new. I can't remember who moved out, so that way Punchy could move in. And Dell, who we might even see later. Dell moved in, and unfortunately we lost Rasher. So, that's unfortunate, but it's just kind of the nature of Animal Crossing. Villagers come and go, and, well, just like the series, or like the game in general, you kind of come and go. Animal Crossing is kind of the series the game that, you know, you play it, you enjoy it, you have fun, but every now and again, you want to do different things. You get a little tired after a while, but it's always there. You can always come back to it, and it's kind of the video game equivalent of comfort food, come to think of it. Yeah, let's see. Let's talk to Freya. Let's see what game you want to play. Hey, little guy. Do you want to play rock, paper, scissors? Oh, come on, Freya. I want to show off more of the minigames. Let's see. Using voices instead of our hands. So this is basically the same minigame. I'm going to cut away, and we'll just try to find the next minigame. We somehow tied 4 times. Okay, here's Punchy, and let's see what you want. Hey, Bro M. Do I really say Sonny that much? You are just... Okay, you just want a new catchphrase or nickname. No, he wants a new nickname for me. Apparently he calls me Sonny, which is what Fang calls me, so he must be best friends with him. No, that is not what I wanted. Yeah, that's something I'm kind of happy that New Leaf dropped. Well, they could still kind of bug you for stuff like this, but I don't feel like they would do it as often, which, again, sort of, like, reaffirms my assertion that every Animal Crossing game gets better than the last, and I guess since while we're on the subject, New Horizons has been announced since our last meeting, which is kind of amazing. That and Isabelle was announced for that one series, Super Bash Sisters, I'm pretty sure it was, but yeah, a lot of Animal Crossing news has come out. Not, you know, like, none of these party games or interior decorating designs. No, like, the actual, like, stuff we wanted to hear was announced, which is crazy. But yeah, I'm really hoping that New Horizons does well, and, like, this is one of the last opportunities I can say that, because next month it's going to be out. But it looks amazing. You can put things down outside, which is what I've wanted from the beginning, since playing this game, being introduced to the series. And on top of that, you can, like, customize the terrain of your town. I can imagine people are going to do great things with that. Anyway, I'm ranting at this point, so let's just go ahead and talk to Punchy, and let's hope we don't have to do rock, paper, scissors. You like fun stuff, don't you? Well, what do you say to a one-on-one soccer kickoff? Okay, here's one of the others. Oh, don't look so scared. We don't need a ball or a field or, you know, cleats or anything like that. Instead, we're gonna use just our brains to play. Is that far out or what? For each match, one of us is the kicker and the other is the goalie. We each kick once, and the person with the most points in the end wins. Sonny? It sounds confusing, but you'll figure it out once we start playing. As per official soccer rules, if you win, I'll give you a piece of champion candy, Sonny. But if I win, the official rules say that I get a piece of your candy. What do you think? Wanna play soccer, Sonny? Alright, let's play. Yes! Alright. Well, let's get started. Punchy here, your commentator for the kick. Wow, your voice really changed, Punchy. Your commentator for the kickoff match of the season. A hush falls over the field as star kicker Silver Shorts Punchy gets it. Wait, you don't wear shorts, Punchy. Gets into position. That's me. Will upstart Bro M be up to the task of stopping him for the sake of all that's sweet? I hope not. It appears that Punchy has assumed his trademark stance. Sonny, will he shoot to the right? Or is it the left side he's after? The crowd turns blue with anticipation. It's the moment of truth. Which way will the ball fly? I'm gonna go left. The keeper dives to the left. The keeper stops it. In daring display of blockiness, Bro M has blocked the shot. So basically, this is what the minigames are. They're just kind of like choose the right response and then hope you get lucky for it. Now the question on everyone's lips is, can he take advantage of this golden opportunity? Next up, it's time for the rocket shoe Bro-Am to show the crowd what his shoes are really made of. Punchy stands guard by the net, a look of hungry ambition on his face. And which way will Bro-Am shoot? I'm gonna go left again. The shot is to the left. Is it a goal? Gumdrops! Gumdrops? It's in, Sonny! The crowd goes wild over Bro-M's amazing play. I'm speechless. Against all odds, lightning legs, Bro-M has taken the game. What an amazing feat, Sonny. And your prize for winning is a yellow candy, Sonny. Okay, so nothing green yet. Losing isn't fun, but commentating sure is. I feel like Punchy would make a good Let's Player. Let's do that again sometime, Sonny. So that's basically what we're doing here. We're just kind of going around and doing all this, having fun. And I do feel the need to point out, Festivale is kind of different in New Leaf, and I feel like I'm actually contradicting myself because I feel like New Leaf handled this event a lot better, and if I'll be honest, the reason why I was so down on my first recording I'll talk to Dora in a second. The reason why I was kind of so down on my first recording of this was I was reacting to it blind, and I didn't really know how to say, or I didn't really know how to list my critiques of how Festivale is handled here, and because I was still experiencing it for myself. Now I feel like I'm a little more prepared to say why. But basically, in New Leaf, instead of playing, like, just kind of luck-based games with the villagers, instead you're collecting feathers, which are just kind of like floating around town like this confetti is, and then you would trade that to Pave. Feathers are a million times easier to get, and if you would get the rainbow feathers, then you would just get a piece of furniture automatically instead of having to collect multiples. So it's basically the same as the candy, but a little bit easier access to it. I mean, it's not hard to get candy either, but not only do you have to win it, but then you have to get the 3 of them, take them to Pave, and then Pave will give you a randomized furniture item, which these are from my first recording. So I only got 3 of them. So yeah, there's a lot of RNG involved, and I kind of feel like it was handled better in New Leaf. I was kind of negative in that first recording anyway. So yeah, like I said, just handled better in New Leaf. If I pick up my train of thought again, I'll let you guys know. And I'm trying to find Dora again so that way we can try for another minigame. But I seem to have lost her. Dora? Why are none of you around when I need you? I am starting to remember my train of thought again, and that is a lot of the, like, holiday furniture items work differently in New Leaf in the sense that you can actually buy them throughout the month that they're themed around. So, like, you can get the Halloween stuff in October and, you know, stuff like that. And honestly, that's a lot better to me, because instead than what you do on the holiday is you're doing that event in hopes of, like, just one special reward instead of the entire furniture set. Not to mention, I imagine it feels pretty good to have the furniture set throughout the month that it's actually appropriate to, instead of the last day where it would be appropriate and then you have to wait, like, a year before you'd be able to display it. I mean, like, nothing's stopping you from decorating your house to have the jingle set all year round. But, I don't know, that's just kind of how I always prefer to do it. If I can list one other positive for this, at the very least, Pave stays at Town Hall all day, so you don't have to go hunting for him. But I would be lying if I said that the extra RNG of not only getting the right pieces of candy, and then also having to get a randomized furniture item from him, I don't know, I feel like the trade-off of finding Jack, Franklin, and Jingles is a little better, so yeah, but I don't want to be too negative here, but that's my critique of this holiday and how it could be better. I'm hoping that New Leaf handles this very different. Dora, you went a long, long way. Hopefully you want to play a game and not ask me for another catchphrase. Anyway, I'm hoping New Horizons does things similarly to New Leaf. That's what I'm trying to say. Say, Sparkles. There are those nicknames again that I don't have the heart to tell them no to. Do you have any interest in Kitty Wall? It's free. Chirp. Okay. That really worked out well. Here, it's all yours. Chirp. You must be a friend of Jay. That's his catchphrase. I won in a raffle, but I really don't need it, so I'm happy giving it to someone who does. Chirp. You can do whatever you want with it, chirp. Alright, Dora, how about we play a game? Well, hello. Well, hey, Sparkles. It's not like we were just talking a few seconds ago. Would you like to play a game? Here's what we're gonna do. We're flip a coin. Okay, here's the third one. Just heads or tails. That's easy. I'm gonna flip a coin, and you're gonna call heads or tails. If you get 3 in a row right, I'll give you a piece of candy, and you can pick the color. But if you lose, I get a piece of your candy. Chirp. What do you think? Do you want to try, Chirp? Game on. I knew I could count on you for a little good-natured competition. Okay, I'll dig out my coin. Chirp. Call it. Heads or tails? Which do you want? Chirp. I'm thinking tails. Tails it is. And chirp. Wrong. Sorry, but you lose a toss. Chirp. Well, a deal's a deal. Now, how come you don't have to lose, or how come you don't have to win 3 times in a row? Alright, I wasn't worried about the all candy anyway, but that's what happens when you lose. You trade off a piece of candy, and if you don't have any candy, I believe it's bells or a different inventory item. But I think I'm leaning towards bells. We'll have to do this again real soon. Chirp. Yes, I will definitely have to lose to you some other time. But flipping the coin toss is one of the examples of when you can choose what piece of candy is. Let's see, let's talk to, this is Dell. Oh, Sparkles, you like games, right? Let's play one now. What I've got in mind is like a role-playing / soccer game. Okay, we've already seen the soccer game, so I'm gonna cut to the result of this one. Alright, I won and got a piece of green candy, which is awesome. So, let's see what else we can get. Fang. Sure, let's go again. Psychic powers. Okay, good. I used to be a Lucas main, so this should be fine. You're due, right? If you don't know you have psychic powers, you can't enjoy them, so testing is important. Okay, right now, I'm thinking of an object. Your job is to read my mind. I didn't get to read that. I accidentally pressed a button. Motivation makes the test work better, so if you get 2 in a row, you can have any kind of candy you like. But mess up even once, and I take a piece of your candy, sonny. So, are you curious? Want to find out your exact psychic quotient or PQ score, Sonny? I need to know. I did say I was a Lucas main, but I still kind of am. Just I kind of gravitated more towards Banjo and Kazooie now. But that's not the series we're talking about. I knew you were going to say that, Sonny. Let's get started. Alright, first question. What shape am I thinking of? A couple of wavy lines. It's like that scene from Ghostbusters.
What's this one?
It's a couple of wavy lines.
Sorry, this isn't your lucky day.
Spooky. Maybe you are psychic. Next question. Moving on, what kind of fruit am I thinking of? An orange. Interesting guess. Interesting because it's correct. You did it. You're officially psychic. I'm reading your minds right now. Hey, those are lewd thoughts. You did it. You're officially psychic with a psychic quotient of 11,000. See? I got it from Fang. I trust him. Congratulations on your psychicity? Psychic city? That word there. What kind of candy do you want to celebrate with? I want green. Alrighty then, here's your green candy, Sonny. The good news is, while you're trying to collect a specific color, you're going to build up your stockpile, like I said, so odds are when Pave asks for the next color, you're already going to have it. Nice. Inner eye work there, little guy. High quality psychicness. Hey, if you feel like it being retested at any point, just let me know, Sonny. Though, of course, you'll probably have a different minigame prepared, but they're always random. I should say, with Festivale being based on Mardi Gras, I tried to find the best outfit that I could. The beak is obviously to represent Pave. This is the only hat that I could find with feathers, and I tried to replicate the peacock coloring with the shirt. I did my best, but I don't know if Festivale had, like, official clothing options until New Leaf, but I tried. This is the best I could do. Yeah, I do have to say, I don't really have any Mardi Gras stories like I did with the other holiday specials that I did for this game, because Mardi Gras isn't, like, very widely celebrated where I'm from. But if any of you have suggestions, or not suggestions, if any of you have stories, shout them out in the comments. But yeah, I'm sorry, I don't really have that much of a connection here. Okay, good. I found Freya and Dell. Dell is just kind of shoving Freya out of the way. It's kind of rude, and then she's shoving back. I'm gonna beat you guys with my shovel, or my fishing pole, or my net. If you don't, Freya, that's enough. He's had enough. Alright, I'm just messing around. Alright, Freya. Will you have the last game we can play? Want to try your luck with coin toss? Alright, well, on the bright side, you chose the right one. Alright, let's flip it. Flip it good. Heads. And I lose. Please don't take the blue. Okay, good. I don't care about the blue so much. We want green. Dell, what about you? Another soccer. You are really into the soccer one, aren't you? Okay, I'll be back when I get the last minigame, hopefully. Alright, I believe with that is our third piece of green candy, but I don't want to go to Pave yet. I'd actually just like to kind of hand him over all my candy at once. Let's see, we're running out of inventory room. I might end up donating these bells to Town Hall, and I said yes, but I really don't need this kitty wall, so I might end up selling that too. Yeah, I'll cut back to whatever is next that I feel is appropriate. Alright, Dell also has the last minigame we're looking for. This one's really simple. Just all you have to do is guess which hand I'm holding candy in. So just pick a hand, any hand. If you guess right twice in a row, the candy is yours to keep. Chirp. But mess up even once and the game is over, and I eat your candy. So, actually, I think, come to think of it, I think the coin toss is the only one where you actually get to choose. Which is unfortunate, because the soccer one is... The soccer and the psychic tests are, like, the most elaborate, so you'd think since you're working harder for that one, that you'd get the better reward. I don't know. Seriously, I take candy from your pockets and I eat it. Om nom nom. Like that. So you made enough to play with me, Chirp? You bet. Yes, it's on. No time for warm-ups. Let's get to it. So, Chirp, which candy is the hand in? I need to either wake up or learn proper English, some combination of the two. Probably all of the above. Anyway, I picked the right. And I win. Sweet. Now let's go left. Yeah, I feel like... I don't know what the RNG for this is, but I feel like it's stacked a little in your favor. We'll play a couple more, just that way I can build up some candy, and then we'll go ahead and talk to Pave, just because I'd kind of like to lightning round it, just get a few furniture items at once. As you can see, it's a lot of text to just kind of cycle through, and that can be a little bit annoying, especially if you've already read through it all and played all the games. So, yeah, that's kind of a downside too. Like, I would, if I were doing any of the other holidays, I would probably be, and as you can see, I'm not even really thinking about it. Oh, man! Oh, okay, never mind, I had 3 pieces of green candy anyway. I wasn't paying attention. I thought red was like one of the, that's what I get for not paying attention, but I thought red was like one of the things I had to guess for her psychic connection. But what was I saying? Yeah, it's a lot of text to cycle through, and if I were doing any of the other events, I would likely have a few more furniture items by now. Just because it's annoying to find the other villagers, but at least once you find them, then you get immediate results. And the other psychic connection. I guess while we're just kind of plugging away at this, I feel the need to point out... Oh, wait a second, I did the psychic game with Freya. And that means that's the other one where you get to... Okay, so never mind, I was wrong. Yeah, you do get to pick your candy from that. I don't know what candy I'm running low on. I'm gonna guess yellow? You're thinking of a square. I also do want to say, because I wasn't satisfied with my first recording, I had to employ a little bit of time traveling for this. So time traveling is essentially where you're messing with the clock in Animal Crossing, and that can be kind of dangerous if you don't know how to do it right. Essentially, as long as you keep moving forward, things should be okay. Like, I played on... The clock is set to... This isn't the clock menu. Okay. The clock is set to 10 after 4 on February 24th. This is a couple days later, and I had stopped playing around 3:30, or at least a little bit before that. So I set the clock to 3:30, and that should be fine. Essentially, I didn't go back a further point from what I played. Like, if I set my clock to 2:23, then that would be an example of using time travel wrong. So that could be... Are you wearing another shirt? Fang, I remember in the original recording, you got traded clothes like 3 times. But, yeah, as long as you just kind of keep moving the clock forward, you're okay. Or at least if you don't pick up the game again and play. So, like, it's really kind of weird to explain. Essentially, yeah, if I had set my clock back to February 23rd and played, then that's when weird stuff starts to happen, like... what can happen? I think villagers can move away, your weeds can become overgrown, but that's only if you use time travel in, like, the most extreme circumstances. I think I even tried to use it to get one of my villagers' peaches back, but it obviously doesn't work, so I'm just gonna say use with caution. Though I don't know if... I mean, they're kind of buckling down with New Horizons from the sound of it, like, to the point where they're not even having the cloud backup for regular Nintendo Online services. So I'm curious what they're going to do with that. But, yeah, just mind how you do it. Alright, Pave, what do you think? You are giving Pave his candy? Oh yes, 3 pieces of green candy. Pave wanted those, and there they are. Candy, candy, candy. Can Pave have some? I mean, give it to me. Okay. Don't hurt me. Chomp. Time to shine! We dance, we play. So say, Pave. You bounce and sway. Shout with Pave. Viva Festivale! Woo! Tasty. Pave must thank you. Take this Pave table. Alright. Whew. Pave has a full tummy. No, you don't. You're gonna ask for candy all day. And is sleepy. But Pave needs it to bring back the dance. Is more candy. Refreshing like cold wind, the blue kind. And then he'll just kind of change his preference, and then you keep going on from there. I don't have any blue candy. I was kind of hoping you would want yellow. But as you can see, I have 4 of the items I have with me. There are, unlike the other special holidays, there are actually 13 furniture items for Festivale. This kind of brings me into how I said that we would be doing this a little differently from the other holiday specials. Essentially, the other holiday specials, I would try to collect like half of the furniture items or something like that. But because this is so time consuming and you have to get through a lot of text and RNG and all that, like I said, I feel like a broken record. I'm not going to be doing that. Instead, I'll try off screen to get as many Pave series items as I can, but no guarantee. Because essentially, like, after 2 hours and I only have like 2 hours counting the original recording as well. Where is it? Yeah, I only have 4, and that's after like 2 hours of playing. I'm not going to guarantee I will have all of them. I would like to show off the full furniture set, but I will go ahead and read off the series list. Something important I want to point out is I mentioned that there are 13 items in this series. While that is true, at this point in time, at least in City Folk, you cannot get that anymore because the Pave clock was only distributable through Wii Connect 24, and because the Wii is no longer supported for online, it's impossible to get it in City Folk unless you already have like a file where you had it, or I don't know, I guess if you were managed to download the data onto an SD card, you could probably get it. But through natural means, you're not going to be able to get the Pave clock. But for the rest of the series, it goes as follows. There's the Pave wall, the Pave floor, the Pave bed, the Pave bookshelf, the Pave bureau, the Pave chair, the Pave chest, the Pave clock, which like I said, is unavailable unless you can somehow cheat the system. The Pave closet, the Pave end table, the Pave lamp, the Pave sofa, and the Pave table. If I, for some reason, can't get all of the Pave series items, I will flash a picture up now, but if I do, I will just kind of play you this brief clip of me running around and just kind of showing you what it looks like. So before we actually show the rest of the Pave set, I just want you to take a look at the clock there. Yeah, it's been that late, but I managed to get all of the Pave series items. It was a very, very grind-heavy process, but I managed to do it, and it kind of reaffirms my whole position where this event is kind of too much RNG, and you're just kind of waiting for the right chances to fall in line, with not only Pave having essentially a 1 in 12 chance of giving you the item you want, and that was especially annoying whenever I only got to one item left, which was the floor. But yeah, like I said, just wasn't a fan, but I do think this does work out, because at the very least, from the last recording, I couldn't get my thoughts in place. Here, at least I was able to communicate it more clearly, having actually played through it a little bit instead of just reading how the event worked, because the first time I recorded this, I was doing semi-blind. If you'd like to know just how many furniture items I went through to get to the final one, this is a pile of them. Yeah. He gave me so many sofas and chairs and the wall, and the reason that they're laying outside Town Hall and I haven't sold them yet is because Nook's store closed at 9 p.m. So all of those within about 2.5 hours. Yeah, it's kind of insane. A few other things to go over before we show the whole Pave series is, if you don't have any candy, then villagers will take 500 bells. If you have no bells at all, then villagers will simply take a random furniture item, but that's not very likely to happen, as it's kind of hard to go broke in this game, especially if you're farther along like I am. There are 4 different types of candy. As you can see right here, blue, green, yellow, and red. They're the same ones as Halloween, so if you want to use Halloween stuff here, you can. I don't think it's going to do you much good, because it takes a long time to get everything you want. And look at this. We're almost to midnight. Pave is only here for, I think, from midnight to midnight, essentially. I think he's here for 24 hours, like all day, and then that's it. I suppose you could reset, but then... And yes, before you ask, I did actually have to reset, so that way I could get that footage. But part of me also needed to get the floor. Yeah, so technically, I've been here longer since the time of recording. Like, okay, my original recording, I think I had the clock set to 2 p.m. So, I've been here roughly about 10 hours, I'm going to say. We're going to round it to about 10 hours. Obviously not all at once. I had to keep setting the clock back as I kept delaying the video. I'm sorry for that, but that's what we dealt with, pretty much. So yeah, Pave, you have kind of officially become my least favorite special visitor. And you know what? You love candy so much. Well, you know what? Screw you, man! I'm eating this all in front of you, and you're just gonna watch me. Yeah! Next time, have your furniture available for purchase. See how you like it. Now, I do have a purpose in actually just eating all my candy. Besides the fact that it tastes good and I need a reward, he does say something else if you don't have any candy. What? Do you have what Pave needs? Is it too good to be true? You're giving Pave a piece of candy? What? You don't have any? Why would you pull my feathers like that? Pave is so not woohoo right now. That zesty candy would not, would put a spring in Pave's step. You know what Pave wants, right? The yellow kind that makes Pave's beak pucker up with lemony energy. Well, screw you, man! You're not getting any more! I'm not feeding your habits. Okay. But now, I'm gonna take these, and then when the store opens the next day, I'm gonna sell them. And this will likely... I'm going to donate a lot of bells to the town fund, so this will likely pay for the lighthouse or the windmill. I'm probably going to go with the lighthouse, because I think I want fish over the bugs. But yeah, now we're finally ready to actually show the Pave set, and it's, well, probably not what you're expecting, but... Yeah, essentially just looks like my grandmother's house threw up in this place. But yeah, this is all 12 items excluding the clock, which you cannot get unless you have an internet connection, which I mentioned earlier. Anyway, I hope that just about does it for this video. I'm sorry if I came off a little negative towards the end, but again, waiting, especially to get the floor here, kind of drove me to the brink of insanity, and yeah, I'm sorry, just a lot of the special events have been kind of glorified hide and seek. At the very least, I could get them done fairly quickly. I don't think any took me around 10 hours to do. So, what's next for Animal Crossing? Well, this will not be the last Animal Crossing video I do. That will likely go to Bunny Day, which is the equivalent of Easter. And by that point, New Horizons will be out, so I hope you all can enjoy that. I probably won't get New Horizons right away. I'll probably get it sometime around the summer. But, yeah, after that, I think that'll do it for my videos of Animal Crossing City Folk. It's the last thing I've yet to cover. Thank you guys for sticking with me. Again, I'm sorry this video was late, but I'm just glad it's done and I can move on from it. I hope for those of you who have celebrated Mardi Gras that you had a very happy and safe one. And yeah, until next time. This is Mega Wii Master 1 signing out. Good night. You know, this is Animal Crossing City Folk, and because this is one of the last chances I'll get to make this joke, you know how this city came to be? In the words of Jefferson Starship,
We built this city. We built this city on rock.